Okay, just gotta do a quick audio check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? There we go, yes you can. Hello Benki, hello Major, thank you for joining. I'll leave my phone on the side, just so that I can see the comments. So we've got a few people here already, so we might as well get this show on the road. Welcome to Aero League Racing. This is the rapidly diminishing Series 20, and we are now on round 6 at Spa, the Circuit de Francorchamps. So let's get started with a quick run through the qualifying results. So Reveille getting pole position this week in the McLaren. I'm not too sure if this is his first pole. I think it might be, but he managed a rapid time. In fact, I think even faster than the tiers ahead of him as well. So really good pace. In fact, good pace from everybody, really, but really good pace from Reveille on pole position this week with a 2-minute 19.157. So that is a really fast qualifying lap. So this should shape up to be quite a good race, especially between him and Benki in second place, because he got a 2:19.937, so not much between them, both in the 19 second range. So good start from them. Then in third, we got Inorganic in the Mazda with a 2-minute 20.6. Just a tenth behind him is Unimo in fourth with a 2:20.7. Then we got Birds in fifth in the first of the Genesis with a 2:21.0. So a couple of seconds between the top five. And then we've got Boulder again, just another tenth behind with a 2:21.198. Sorry about that, just lost my picture. So then, where did HK come? HK comes in with a 2:21.3, just another tenth behind Boulder in front of him. Then in 8th place, we've got Monken, and I've saved the wrong picture, so I don't know the times from now. So 8th place is place is Monken. Then we've got Pusher at number 9. Fudo's in 10th place. Boyan's in 11th for the single Citroen now for this series. Lordhounds is in 12th. Mike's in 13th. Falcon's in 14th. Banana in 15th. And Gum, I think Gum might have been serving a qualifying ban, so he's at the back as well. So we'll just do a quick run through. I think everyone will be running the softs through this, and they are. So let's get ready to jump on board and start the sprint. It's 3, 4, 5 red lights. Will anyone make a jump? Lights out, and everyone's got off cleanly, so that's a good start from everybody. Benki getting the best start possible from that Ferrari. Absolutely rapid off the line, gets a clear run down to turn 1. So is there going to be anything else happening down here? Boulder did get a good start, but gets pushed wide a little bit. But so far, it looks like everyone's pretty clean coming through turn number 1. So that's great driving from Tier 6 here. Now we come down to Eau Rouge. Is there going to be any carnage through this? As Fudo looked like went a little bit wide. Manages to keep it all together, and all the contact at the back between Banana and one of the Lamborghinis. So let's just jump down. And Boy has managed to pick himself up a half-second penalty. Cutting a little bit too much curve probably. And they're going 3 wide behind. Are they going to get through? Everybody gets through a little bit side by side with Falcon and Lord Hands. Welcome, Reveille. So, Gum and Mike. Oh, Mike right out the back, so something terrible's happened to him. So let's just jump back and see if we can see what happened. Is this going to be from the start? Oh, it is! Goodness me, what happened here? So it looks pretty good. And he's coming. Oh, he's just going to get squeezed. Oh! And Gran Turismo Physics doing what Gran Turismo Physics does best and ping-ponging you straight out of the game. Having a nice little chat with Barrier, and that's going to really ruin the start to his race. So he's got a lot of work to do to try and catch up, as Reveille has just managed to get past. So let's see what happens here. Jump back a little bit further because, so what do we see? Benke takes a good line, gets a little bit too much curve, but just about keeps it. So he's maybe slowed up a little bit coming up the hill of Radion, and that's going to give Reveille the slip and a bit of a overboost. Once that McLaren gets into 5th gear, it really does shift. So that's an easy overtake for Reveille. Back into pole position and keeps Benke behind, although they can't rest on the laurels because Inorganic is not far behind. So we'll jump back on the cinematic view as we come through to the right hand hairpin. An incredibly difficult corner really. You can lose it quite easily along this entire state. The entire midfield actually is difficult in lots of places to get absolutely perfect, but just taking a bit too much curve there. That might compromise him coming through. So Benke's behind, Inorganic in 3rd, and Unimo's got a run on Boulder. These two have gone toe to toe quite a few times this season so far, but Boulder managing to get that 4th place. Unimo will be looking to get that back as fast as possible. The Nissan is one of the better cars around this track, but then so is the Ferrari. Different strengths in different parts. And Boulder's got his indicator on. I doubt he'll be signifying to make a pass on that side. He's probably just got it on from accident. So what have we got happening further back? HK, oh, and Monken, and who was that with him? Was it Pusher? Does he get a little bit of contact coming out through to the front bit? He does a little bit. Oh, and Physics doing again what Physics does best in Gran Turismo, pushing a pair of them off, managing to make a fairly safe rejoin, but it does cost them positions as Falcon goes through. Getting the chicane right, this is another place that can cost you so much time. The cameraman has a hard time trying to keep up. What have we got here? Fudo's managing to make the place on Pusher, but will Pusher make it? Dives to the inside, oh, and causes contact with Monken as well, and Fudo just plows into the back of him to try and get through. So let's just jump on and see what happens here from his point of view. Oh, Pusher goes way too deep on the brakes and then blocks the traffic, but not a fat lot you can do about that once you're there. So we see Pusher waits up and makes sure one can get the place, so that's cost them both an absolute ton of places, and Pusher's in plumb last now. So that's probably going to be his race over unless something drastic happens to everybody ahead of him. So we'll jump back up at the front. Reveille is keeping a fairly good distance to Benke behind him, who in turn is slightly ahead of Inorganic, a bit more of a bigger gap. Inorganic maybe looking in his mirrors a bit too much, keeping Boulder behind, and Unimo closely behind him as well. HK having a pretty good start to the sprint race here. The Renault doing a pretty good job. As I say that, and he goes a little bit wide, but manages to get it back in time. Sometimes that curve can just cost you your grip and just pulls you straight off to the runoff area, but he's doing a good job. Then behind, Bird's managed to he's managed to do fantastically up into 7th place. I can't remember now, was it him or Gunn that started from last place? Well, Bird's up into 7th. Then we've got Banana in 8th and Falcon in 10th, who's got a penalty as well. And was he doing a cheeky little cheat code on the grass to try and minimise that? Let's just wait and have a look as he comes up to the penalty line. Maybe not. Just takes the corner quite tight, and we've got something happening behind with these guys. What's going on? Oh, Mike's getting all over the place. Just jump back again, see what happens. So Mike's managed to get himself a half-second penalty as well, so he comes across the line to serve it, sticks it to the left-hand side, and that's got Boyan and Munkin to go through, and he's just not been quite aware of his surroundings a bit too much, and that's just taken a little tap to Munkin, and then we'll jump back a little bit again because these two had a little bit more further on as well. Was that just a result of the contact? No, Munkin's going for an overtake. Oh, it's brave on the inside. Maybe not leaving enough room for Boyan. Little tap pushing him wide. He gets the move done though. Will we see him give it back in the next couple of corners as a straight here? And that Citroen will be quick off the line, but it looks like Munkin's keeping hold of it. He has got a championship to look after as well. So Gunn has closed the gap to Lord Hans in front of him. He'll be desperate to try and get past him. Coming up through Eau Rouge and Radion, and to get the slipstream along the top of the hill. Working his way towards 10th for reverse grid pole. We're going to see a move. He goes to the outside. Lord Hans keeping the defensive line on the inside, and is he going to get it through? He doesn't quite make it, and goes a little bit too much onto the curb and lights up the rears, and then takes a little trip to mow the lawn and giving Munkin a space as well. So all that hard work completely undone by himself. That must be frustrating. Oh, and he's going a little bit more again. Was that a tap from Boyan? Oh, Mike's bumped Boyan back through again, trying to keep up the speed. Mike looks like he's desperate to get ahead of Munkin, but Boyan, sorry. Boyan's doing some good defensive driving as he has another little sniff. Tries to go around the outside, but he's definitely not far enough along for that. Does get a good exit, and Gum is all over the place. He's so tail happy. Gum looks like he's not running traction control either in that Genesis, so it really is a handful once the turbo kicks in. So Mike again comes to the inside of Boyan. Is he going to get the move done? Boyan's gone wide. Is that going to be a penalty? With all four wheels outside the line, and again gives him a flash. He's not happy about it. Will we see Mike give that position back? Oh, and he goes way too deep trying to get the position back. And is he going to get... Oh, I did think he was going to get a reset then. Cut a bit too much curve there. And what have we got ahead? What was that? Oh, so Banana goes a bit... Oh, Lord Hans and Munkin. Let's just jump on with him because that cameraman is absolutely shocking. So Banana, it's a half-second penalty. Oh, there's a little bit of contact coming through there. Munken's coming through, oh, and just clips him round, and that's it, completely spun. Monk, they both stop. Oh dear, like right on the racing line. Look at that, that's caused Gum to spin round and lose any positions that he's gained. So these guys at the back having a right mare with it so far. So we'll jump back up to the front now. Revelit's got the fastest lap of the race so far, 2:19.1. That is rapid, with a pretty comfortable gap. Oh, that helmet gets me every time. Got a comfortable gap from Benke behind now, who in turn has a pretty sizable gap to, oh, we've got Boulder behind. So at some point both Boulder and Unimo have got inorganic, but Boulder not getting any respite from Unimo. These two have been pretty good rivals the entire season so far when they've been racing. Unimo in that bare forged carbon Nissan GTR, looking absolutely brilliant. So Boulder's got to make sure he gets around this. He's got another 4 laps, with no mistakes, because Unimo will be right there to pounce on him if anything happens. And Inorganic behind has managed to pick himself up penalty. So where did this one come from? Is it up the hill? Oh, it's a bit earlier on still, so we'll jump back forward. So as these guys come to the penalty line, we're going to see HK get a free position, so long as HK can keep it on the track. Oh, again, that curb. A really dangerous one. As soon as you go on it, it can really pull you off to the side, and I think we saw Inorganic try the little cheat on the side. Oh, and HK's managed to get himself a penalty as well, cutting the curb a little bit too much maybe, or running too wide. So Inorganic's going to get that position back next lap round, so long as he can keep it close enough. Bird now in 7th place. Fudo's up to 8th, so he's had a not too bad sprint race so far. And Falcon also, well, I mean, these guys are going to do very well for the sprint race, sorry, the feature race, if this is where they finish for the reverse grid. Fudo starting in 3rd and Falcon in 2nd place, or is it 3rd and 4th? No, 2nd and 3rd, yeah. Get my maths right. So, Mike's now managed to work himself back up into 10th, so that's provisional pole for the feature race. Pusher has made himself back up to 12th, behind Banana 11th, and we're going to see these guys work together a little bit to close the gap to Mike in front of them. They would be wise to do that, otherwise the more battling they have, the slower they'll go, and Mike will run away with that pole position. It might be small on points for the feature, but it's definitely big on gains for the feature race where there are more points available. But Banana's got to keep it facing the right direction, but they are definitely closing, it looks like, to Mike, as he has a little wiggle coming out of turn 11. Push is definitely having a little sniff. Banana's managed to go completely wide onto turn 12, but unbelievably, Push is still behind, even further behind in fact. So somehow he's managed to get that corner wrong as well. That was a gifted opportunity for him to make a move. Oh, but here he comes. He's managed to close that gap up very quickly. So come round now, it's all over the back of Banana. Just can't seem to get past him. Banana's got his car placement absolutely perfect, but there's a relatively long, I mean, it's not a straight, but it's a fast straight-ish area. Will we see him make a dive for the inside at the hairpin. Mike's got himself a penalty. Banana takes the defensive line. Pusher's going out wide. Is he going to get the cutback? Looks to have it into the last corner. Is he going to get a better exit? It doesn't look like it. Banana's doing some phenomenal driving, keeping that position, and Pusher behind him. So both these drivers just need to close that gap a little bit more to Mike, and they'll both hopefully get a position against Mike when that pit lane, when the penalty comes along. You see a little bump. We don't quite get it. Oh, and Banana manages to get a penalty as well. So this is a gift for Pusher if he can close that gap. So we'll just jump up to the front again because it sounds like there might be... Nope, nothing there. But Reveille clearly putting in some fantastic lap times. Really consistent. Within the second at least. So doing a really good job out front. Pole position, fastest lap and first place, maximum points for the sprint race. 17 points I think it is for all three. And you might get a cheeky bonus for your credits if you get a clean race as well, so a full clean sweep. So Reveille has completely run away with this one. In control all the way so far, with just coming up to the final lap. Just got to keep it on the black stuff. Benke also done a fantastic job in second, not far behind him at all, but the gap then to his teammate has in fact dropped a little bit, but still comfortably enough behind not to cause Benke any threat. So this is a great result for the two Ferraris. For the Ferrari team. Unimo still behind in fourth place, not by much, but you can see the difference in tyre wear already, so that Nissan is starting to struggle a little bit with the grip. HK in third, doing a brilliant job in that Renault, and Bird also in sixth place. Can still see everyone ahead of him will desperately be trying, and done a really good job as well with the tyre wear on the Genesis. That's usually absolutely horrendous, but he's done a fantastic job of the tyre management. Fudo now in 7th place. This is a fantastic result for him in the Lexus. As you can see, that one a little bit harder on its front tyres. Inorganic has dropped down to 8th place now from where he was. I think he was in 4th or 5th at one point, so not having the best of races for the sprint, but he will still get a good position to start for the feature. Falcon now in 9th place. Pusher has made it up into 10th. So that is reverse grid pole for Pusher, benefiting from the penalties of those behind him. I think it was Banana and Mike, and Gum has managed to make it as well. Up to 11th, so Banana's in 12th place. Lord Hands is in 13th, so something's happened for him, because I'm sure he wasn't that low down earlier on in the race. Munken is now in 14th. Oh, I see, Fudo, you spam. So Munken's in 14th. Boyan gets the position back from Mike. These two have been going at it for the entire race. But Mike does have a penalty as well in last place, so that is definitely not going to do any favours as he really comes close to Boyd in front of him, trying to take a wider line, but not making it work, and he's got the penalty coming up ahead of him, so he's not going to get anywhere with him now. Cuts that corner a little bit too tight. Oh, Munken's managed to spin off as well. Oh, and it's caused... Oh, absolutely stellar save from Mike. So let's just jump back to see what happened here. So Munken comes around just a little bit. Oh, and goes off into the gravel. and that's it. Dirty tyres is just going to light it up and spin round as well. So we'll just jump back and jump to the front, because here we go with a commanding victory. Started on pole position, lost it off the line, but gets it back very quickly and orderly, and Reveille has had a stellar race and comes across the line to get first place at Spa. What a fantastic result for him. Quickly followed by Benke and Boulder in third place. Unimo closed the gap a little bit, but an excellent result for the Ferraris. HK comes across the line in fifth place for the Renault team. And Bird has a little wiggle of a celebration in sixth place. Inorganic has managed to get a place back up into seventh in the Mazda, as Fudo always gone really wide and given the place back to Falcon. Let's just jump on and see what happens. Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Falcon pulls back. Oh, and that's just compromised his exit out of the hairpin, out of the chicane, sorry. But Falcon pulls back and lets him through. So then we've got Pusher in 10th, Gum in 11th, Bananas in 12th, Lord Hans is in 13th, Boyens in 14th, Mike's in 15th with yet another penalty, and Munkin, after his spin, oh dear, that is terrible for his championship, comes across the line in 16th place. However, there is lots of opportunities for him to make up some places in the feature race ahead. So that was a fantastic race from these guys. Quite a lot of action. So let's just load up the next one, the feature. So I was just looking at the comments, River, that you mentioned about the custom race, equal conditions, the same as multiplayer with BOP. I think if you do anything online, it's all, even if it's the same settings, it's always a little bit different to doing it offline with BOP as well. Benke wants to stop here. Right, well, let's keep an eye out then, see what happens, and we'll just load all the information up, and we'll do a quick run through the grid and see who's doing what for the tyre strategy. So, Pusher finished 10th in the sprint and gets reverse grid pole, starting on the hard tyres. So this is probably the optimal strategy, around about 10 or 11 laps on the hard and then going to the medium for the remainder of the race. So he starts on the hard. Falcon behind, also opting to start on the hard compound of tyre. Fudo in third place, maybe going for a reverse strategy with the medium, looking to make some positions up and get away from the group behind him. Inorganics in fourth, also on the racing hard. Bird is starting from fifth on the medium tyre, so probably trying to do the same job as Fudo, a couple of spaces ahead of him. HK is in sixth, also going for the medium, so the mid-pack here is looking a little bit spicy. Unimo in the Nissan is going for the racing hards in seventh place. Boulder straight up behind him, going for the mediums, looking to make the most of that grip and get ahead of his racing rival Unimo ahead of him. Benke, his teammate, also starting on the mediums. Maybe these guys have had a little chat in between the races to try and make as many positions as they can. Then Reveille, starting from 10th place on the hards, will be looking for the long game and maybe trying to make some positions up on the pit stops, because that McLaren is very good on fuel and tyres, in fact, as well. So Gum's in 11th, also on the medium tyre, so quite a good mix of different strategies here. No one opting for the softs. Banana's in 12th. Lord Hans is in 13th. Also going for the medium. Boyan's going for the mediums in 14th. Mike's going for the mediums in 15th. And Munkin playing it safe and going for speed at the end of the race on the hard. So this looks like it could be a brilliant race. So without any more waffling on, let's get this race underway. As usual, we have the rolling start for the feature race, but because of the track layout, it's rubbish if you're in, I think, 11th place and down, because you're stuck on the hairpin. So what can we see? Fudo's on the mediums. Will we see him try to make a move early on to get positions, as he's already all over the back of Falcon? Will he make a move even before he gets to Eau Rouge? Not quite. Falcon's managed to pull the gap back a little bit. Let's see if everybody makes it through cleanly. It looks like it so far. So we'll run that back down. Boulder's all over the back of Unimo. He's going to go. He's going for the bump. He's opting to close the gap to everybody ahead of him. Smart driving from these two. Oh, as Unimo gets a little bit squirrely on the exit. And that's probably going to give Boulder the corner coming into the right-hand downhill hairpin. And he's got it. What a great view. So Unimo goes wide, trying to keep his speed up, but doesn't manage to do anything against Boulder. So now it's back like it was at the sprint and trying to make as many inroads as possible, but he'll be struggling on the harder tyre. Boulder already starting to pull away from Unimo. And whilst they've had a little bit of battling and compromised their lines, Revelit's managed to close the gap as well, but he's on the harder compound, so kind of neutralised against Unimo ahead of him. Gum is in 10th, and Benke's not had the best of starts. He's down in 11th now. Lord Hans is in 12th. Bit of a gap between Lord Hans and Benke. Banana's in 13th. Boyan still behind. So everybody's still pretty much in the same position as they were when they started down here. So let's see. Fudo's managed to go to first. Let's jump back, because when did this happen? Wow, this was right at the beginning. So Fudo goes for the overtake into the right hander, and he's hangs it around the outside and manages to make the move stick, gets the inside line for the next corner, powers through, just squeezes the door then onto Falcon, gets ahead. Absolutely brilliant overtake from Fudo. Keeps the tyre line, push has gone a bit wide through, is it turn 10 I think, and a little bit wide again. Fudo just clips the apex, getting a fantastic exit out of turn 11, and now the tricky left-hander. Everyone going a little bit wide, but look at the overspeed that Fudo's managed to get coming out of that corner. Is he going to have a look coming in the inside? Onto the right hand of the track he goes, gets the move done, just about clears it through, takes a super tight line. And that's some brilliant driving from Fudo. Absolutely maximising the grip levels he's got at the beginning on the medium compound tyre, and already look at the gap as Pusher is driving in his mirrors trying to defend from Falcon, who looks like he might have the move done. He's already ahead, but the chicane comes along and oh, he's gone way too wide. So he pulls back in behind Pusher as he managed to get away without getting a penalty. I think that's the benefit of the weak penalty system so far. HK running way too deep there as well. And that's completely compromised his line. Oh, is that what happened there? Was that a little bit of contact? Absolutely sending it through there, right up the chuff of Inorganic. Dives to the inside, way too late, unfortunately for him. Runs a bit deep, goes off the line, and then has to take a super tight line. Compromises his exit and acceleration out of the corner, so Inorganic gets that position back from HK. Boulder still ahead of Unimo behind, but that gap really not as big as I was expecting it to be by now. But he's probably within slipstream range of HK and Inorganic ahead of him. So lots of opportunity to close up into the straight as HK goes for the overtake. Let's just jump on with these guys. Neck and neck as they come into the right hand corner. Last of the late breakers. HK's just doesn't quite make it stick. So Inorganic hanging on to that 5th position desperately. As HK has another look to the inside. End of lap 4 before the long straight. Okay, Benke will keep an eye out for it. Oh, and lap 7. No, it doesn't sound like you've had a good one. So HK has got that position from Inorganic. Boulder has... Oh, Unimo looks to have a little look to the inside, but not quite enough. Fantastic driving from Unimo to keep up with Boulder on the softer compound. Boulder going all over the shop, missing his apexes and driving a little bit too defensively as he goes a little bit wide out onto the penalty line area, and that has gifted Unimo the position back from the way they started. Oh, and Boulder's going wide as well. He's not having a good race. As Revelet looks to get a dive up the inside, gets himself a half-second penalty, a little bit of contact, and it's spun him round. So Revelet doesn't wait for that one. And Boulder's all the way back down into 15th now. That is tragic for him. So we'll see what Revelet's up to. He's managed to get that position, perhaps a little ruthlessly, from Benke, and he's closing the gap to Unimo ahead of him already. Bit of clean air and he's freed up a load of time. But Benke's in 9th now. Or was it Boulder that was that made the spin? Oh, it was Boulder, sorry, not Benke. So Benke's on lap 4. So Munken's made 1 place now. Oh no, he hasn't. He's still not having a great race in 16th place. Banana's in 14th. Mike's up in 13th. Boyan with a half-second penalty is in 12th. Lord Hands is up into 11th, or down to 11th. Gum in 10th now. Benke in 9th. Still, I think that's where we started, isn't it? 9th. So he's lost the position to Revelet, but he'll be desperate to hang on to that position. Hanging on to the back of Revelet to keep as many points as possible. Unimo. Oh, and what happened there? There was someone off in front of... Is it Inorganic, was it? Is he going to try and cheat the penalty system? Coming up again. Oh no, it's somebody else that's off. So, Pusher's managed to lose it. Oh, in third place as well, so he's got Falcon right up behind him, misses the apex, goes a bit too deep, and that's it, straight into the gravel on the power and lights up the rears. Again, that's exactly what we saw from Munkin at the end of the sprint as well. So now all the way down to 10th. That is going to be heartbreaking for him. That was going to be a good points haul for him if he finished third. But it's still a long race, 15 laps to go. He might be able to pull something back. So let's jump back to the cinematic view. So Pushes in 11th, has managed to lose a place to Lord Hands as well. Boyan's in 12th, Mike's in 13th, so we know that one. Then we'll go back up to Gum in 9th place. Benke has got a half-second penalty. Looks to go around the outside of his rival. Doesn't have enough speed, but he'll be wanting to do as much as he can to get ahead of Revelit so that the penalty is neutralised a little bit. As they come through Radion, what a fantastic cinematic view that is. Three wide into the right hand, that corner after the straight. Oh, and Benke's taking a bit too much of that one, manages to keep the grip ahead of him. Unimo's managed to go wide, they were three abreast coming into that corner, and what we're going to see here is Benke's got the position, Unimo's gone wide, and Gum's going to be right there to take any mistake from Unimo, but he doesn't do it. Holds that position. So the battle here in the midfield is super tight. Benke all over the back of Inorganic, making his mirrors as full of that red Ferrari as possible, hoping to force an error from Inorganic as he runs a little bit wide, but he keeps it tight for the next one, so no opportunity for Benke to make a move. Oh, it looked like he might have it here. Coming up to the penalty line. Oh, and Inorganic's picked up one as well. I mean, he'll get that position back, but there it is. Unimo goes through Benke as he ghosts, and I think that gives Unimo an extra position as well against Inorganic. If he can keep it on the tarmac, and he's gone all over the place. What a save! Oh, as there goes. Oh, is that... Oh, what is going on? Right. Benke's parked it right in the middle of the racetrack. Oh, as we see, that's the mistake. Oh, wow. I wasn't looking at that one again. I was still focused on what Unimo was doing ahead. So... Oh... That looks terrible. So that looked a little bit like Lord Hands comes round and yeah, goes wide a little bit, lost of traction, plows straight into the side of him. Oh, as he waits up, tries to spin round, but Benke stopped as well. Oh, so Benke must think that that was his fault. Ah, so compromises his own race. He's just a passenger for that one. Whether or not that one got subbed to the steward's room, I'm not too sure. But I mean, fair play for waiting up. But that is terrible for how good a start you had to the sprint race. You waited for, yeah, wasn't sure what happened. Best to err on the side of caution. Fair play. Good racecraft. So that's a disappointing lap 5 then. Down in 15th. So Munkin has now finally managed to make up some positions, but he does have a penalty in 14th place, but Banana's ahead of him also with a half-second penalty, so the pair of them will get always a little bump. The pair of them will be neutralised as they go through the penalty line. Now let's jump back to the better view. So Banana ahead of him. Boulder is in 12th place and pushing out up into 11th from his previous off. Mike in 10th and should look to make a position on Boyan ahead of him as Unimo goes wide and picks up a penalty now as well. So that's going to be a double whammy. As soon as they come round to the penalty line. Oh, and Inorganics managed to pick up yet another penalty. Really not having a great time with this track on the penalty system, even on week. So Gum's having a great race up in 6th place, keeping everybody behind him, making the most of the medium compound tyre. And we just saw Unimo lose a couple of positions as well from that penalty. So Revelitz in 5th now. HK getting a surprisingly good exit, but neck and neck as they come into the first hairpin. Who's going to get it from here? Slows down, looks to try and make it undercut. We'll switch back. Falcon still in 3rd as they come down to Eau Rouge, and he's got it back. Are they going to go side by side? Not quite. Falcon thinks better of it. Oh, as HK takes a little bit too much curve, unsettles the car. That's going to allow Falcon to close up onto the top straight. Will he have a slip enough to make a dive for the right-hander and to the inside? There's a little twitch as he goes for it. Is he going to get it done? Oh, it looked like he just about left enough room. So that was a brilliant overtake from Falcon yet again. Oh, and HK looks to have a better exit and goes for the position back again. Revelit's going to follow him through. Not quite. Goes a little bit deep. But Falcon might be susceptible to a little cheeky move from Revelit. Needs to compose himself. Has a little breather. And gets the corner done properly this time. Fantastic racing from these guys. The best of the rest from the 3 at the front, as look how close everybody is. Oh, it's the same group. So, Bird's now up into 2nd place. This is a fantastic race for him, just serving his penalty, but Fudo having a fantastic race at the front of the pack. We've seen him make some questionable decisions before on his tyres, but he seems to have learned from his mistakes and he's got it together for this one. And the result is speaking for itself. Both him and Bird opting for the medium strategy first, and look at the gap behind them. Absolutely massive. And even his, this Bird, isn't it? So even Bird's fastest lap is not far off that of Boulder in arguably a car more suited to this track. So this is a great drive from these guys. We might see them come into the pit maybe in another lap or two. I mean, they've got plenty of life left in their medium tyres. So HK in 3rd place with enough of a gap to keep Falcon behind, as he does look to be having a little move again, trying to close that gap up. Revelit's still behind as well, but not quite as much as he was before. Gum is a little bit alone, no man's land in 6th place, but I'm sure he'll take it because it just means he can keep his head down and not worry about anyone behind him. Mike's having a great race this time round, up into 7th place. Inorganic in the Mazda, the Monster Mazda, in 8th, and Pusher is close behind him now, closing that gap up massively. Unimo not having the best of starts to the feature race, in 10th place now, but Boulder still behind him. The medium tyre probably beginning to run out as the crossover point for the hard and the medium starts to take effect. So Monken's in 12th, gaining a few positions from the start of the race. Benke now up to 13th from his unforced error earlier on. I think he said he had another one on lap 7 as well, so we'll just stick with him for a moment. Seems like there was so much action in this race already, and I've not been able to capture all of it, so I do apologise if I've missed anything particularly good. Oh, Monken goes wide out of that fast left-hander. Someone is ahead, or off. Someone ahead is off. So we have a yellow flag. Monken strong defending. Oh, it's lap 9, is it? Fair enough. So we'll just jump back and run ahead and see what happened. You can hear tyres. Oh, Mike's managed to spin it. So he got on the power a bit too much coming out of that final hairpin. Chicane slash hairpin. Comes through. Looks like he's going to get a good exit. Oh, and he's gone wide onto the Astro. Puts his foot down. Has to wait as well. Oh, is he going to... Oh, just about misses Unimo as Boulder takes avoiding action as well. So, wow, it was going to be a good race for Mike up into 7th, but back down now to 10th place. For him, still not the end of the world, but not on the optimal tyre anymore. The medium has definitely begun to wear out for him, and he's only going to go on a slower tyre from here on out. So we saw somebody come into the pit lane, so Reveille has made the change to another set of... No, he can't have been on mediums beforehand. No, he was on hards. So he comes out of the pits in last place, but everybody ahead of him does need to make the stop. So going perhaps a little bit early on the pit strategy, but oh, and Boyan's managed to completely bin it. And I think he had a bit of contact with... oh, that's it, yeah. Gets on the curb, unsettles it, and... Oh, he doesn't make contact, manages to ghost. Fortunately enough for Banana, who would have had absolutely no opportunity to save anything from that one. Reveille on the brand new tyres makes the move on Banana. We've got CRZ Perry. I'm not too sure who your name is, but welcome to the channel. Thanks for watching. Banana goes way too deep, trying to get that position back into the right hander, so we're going to see him probably make a pit sooner rather than later. As a look at the gap already that Reveille's managed to get. The McLaren, being quite good on its tyres, will almost definitely be able to make the 10 laps remaining. So Lord Hans is in 13th place, Benke's in 12th, real close to Boulder in front of him, And Monka goes wide again. He manages to go wide nearly every time on that corner. Look at it, it's crossed in places. Both the Ferraris trying to keep clear of each other to make sure there's no penalties or steward submissions. So we've seen Mike come into the pits now. His mediums are pretty much spent. HK has also come in, made it halfway through the race on his mediums. And both these Ferraris opting to do another lap. We'll see these guys maybe pit lap 10, but they've still got just about enough grip at the front. The rears are starting to go off now though, so they want to make sure they don't get any of the kind of repeats they've had before once the rears start to wear out and they light it up. A fairly sizable gap to Inorganic in front. As Unimo goes a bit sideways yet again on that same corner. Gifts Inorganic the position. Really, Unimo's tyres looking a little bit on their way out now. Inorganic's tyres much better than the GTR. And Pusher even more so on his tyre, so his teammates already come into the pit. So will we see Pusher come in this lap? I just missed that comment there. Alright, so we missed something up here. Is it bad timing to mention I think I overtook HK on the inside of Pooh on a few laps ago to get third back? I mean, if it was a few laps ago, well done. So Bird's off his mediums as well. They are pretty much done now, as Gum, his teammate, is straight in behind him. Look at the difference between fuel saving between these two. Elbird's done a much better job. Inorganic not far off, the same as Gum and Unimo, not far off Bird. So these guys doing a really good job with their fuel saving and keeping a really good competitive pace as well. So now we're going to see these guys coming out in their proper position. So Pushers up into third. He hangs it out for another lap. I am surprised about that one. I would have thought he'd definitely have come in, unless he's going for the hard soft strategy, going to about lap 12, maybe 13, and then going for the soft tyre at the end of the race. That can be done as well. I think that was done in our tier by the McLaren drivers. Not many else would have been able to make that one work. So Fudo amazingly has stayed out on nearly dead mediums, but look at his lap times. He's only a second off a pretty average time. Excuse me. So Fudo is just doing an absolutely fantastic drive here, and he's a mile ahead of Falcon behind, who's got to serve another penalty. So the gap's only going to get bigger. But will we see Fudo come into the pits this lap? Because he definitely can't do any more. I mean, we've seen him do some, Laguna Seca tried to make some questionable strategy decisions with his tyres, but will he come into the pit this time and play it safe and go for a new set of tyres? And he does. He pits. Absolutely brilliant decision from Fudo. And doing a pretty good job with his fuel as well. This looks like it could be a slam dunk for him. So Falcon comes in behind him. Look at the difference on fuel as well. So Pusher, I would expect to see him come in this lap as well. As he, yep, that's it, he comes in. Then we've got Munkin. Is he going to come? No, he sticks out for another lap. Hopped in. Maybe he's going to try the soft at the end of the race as well. So now Munkin, who started in last place, now finds himself in first place. Bird has come into third on merit, having gone for the earlier pit stop. Fudo has managed to come out in second place, but it will be net first because Munkin still has to pit. So absolutely superb driving from Fudo. Then we've got Revelet in fourth place. Lordans is in fifth. So all these guys at the front have done a pretty good job. I mean, there's a bit of a gap between each of them, but it's all pretty consistent from these guys, doing a really good job. Down to HK in seventh. Then we've got Gum in eighth. On his fresh set of hards, as Boyan looks to have a little look, or looked like he was having a little look on Unimo ahead of him, but nowhere near close enough. So Unimo on a fresh set of medium boots. Oh, his Gum goes completely wide, but Unimo looked to have followed him a little bit as well. A set of cold hards is not going to be the best thing for defending. Or breaks very late and gets a little bit of contact, so that's why Unimo hung back not to make a move. But that's going to allow Boyan to close up to the pair of them. There he is. Unimo goes wide again, misses his apex. Perhaps not as familiar with this track as he has been with other ones. As Boyan absolutely goes wide as anything through the entry to that corner. Pushes in 11th place with Inorganic not too far behind. I think we're there with everybody's pit stops now. So this is pretty much final position, apart from Munkin, who still has the pit. So we'll drop back just a moment. So Banana's in 13th, Mike's in 14th. Banana goes for a little trip to the beach and spins it on the exit as well, trying to rejoin the track. Mike's managed to pick up 1.5 seconds of penalties in one lap. I mean, that's some good going. I mean, clearly pushing the limits of what you can do. Also, Boyan had not pitted yet, so he is definitely going to fall behind Mike fairly soon. It's a pretty long pit stop here at Spa, so Mike's going to get that position as he comes past the start finish straight. As we've got a yellow flag. Who's the yellow flag? Oh, it's Gum. What happened here? So we're coming up to turn 1. Comes in, goes a bit wide, onto the Astro, bit too much acceleration, and it spins him round. And now, oh, he didn't quite reverse enough, did he? Just about, little bit of rubbing. Gets it back on the track. So that's a bit of a disappointing event for him. Costs you an awful lot of time if you spin round on this track. As we've got someone all the way down here. Oh, Boulder, just doing donuts. So what do we see him doing? So we missed the other off that he mentioned about. I think it was on lap 9. But here we go. There's another one. Gets it on the grass, spits him wide onto the Astro, and again tries to save it, but that's it. So he's all the way off, mowing the lawn, and just Oh dear. Make it. Oh, and then he gets a reset just to add insult to injury. So, did we just see Boyan come out on a set of softs? Yes, we did. That banana's in as well. Boyan is opting for the hard soft strategy, perhaps looking to take the fastest lap from Reveille. However, let's see. Oh, Benke. Oh dear, oh dear. Let's see what happened then. So, might still have slightly dirty tyres from his little excursion earlier. Just gets the AstroTurf again and lights up the rears. Not going so well. And then gets a reset. So Mike's in 12th, Gunn's in 11th, and Organics in 10th. Bush's in 9th, Unimo now in 8th place with another half-second penalty, and that's definitely not going to help him. Might even get another one there, as he can slow it down enough. And now he's got dirty tyres. He's really not enjoying this one. Manages to get away without picking up any other penalties. HK ahead of him, having a bit of a lonely race in 7th place, but doing all right. So Falcon's pitted now. Oh, he did that for earlier than for Munken. So it's Munken who comes in off his racing hards. I think we'll definitely be seeing him go for some softs, as Lord Hans has managed to make his mediums last for a really long time. So he's made a medium soft strategy work here, but his fuel usage has been horrendous. Munken now in position, comes out in 9th ahead of Gunn. So not the worst of results for Munken, really, into the top 10. But he can't rest on his laurels because he's got Gunn behind him who's on warmer tyres, although they are the much harder compound. Is he going to go for a look on the inside? He does. Is he going to get it stopped? No. The fresher tyres of Munken managing to outbrake him a little bit, and then got the extra grip through the right left and immediately pulls a gap on him. So, Unimo's managed to get another half-second penalty. How is he managing to do this? Inorganic still got breathing room because Unimo's picking up all these penalties. Bush has got a bit of a gap behind him as well, but will be looking to make as much room as much movement as possible forwards on his new medium rubber, especially as HK is on the hards. Falcon's now in 4th place after and Reveille, it looks like he's going to get a move done here. As Bird not done a particularly great job out of that corner. Reveille will want to get past as fast as possible on those mediums before they start falling off. Yeah, he pitted for them. What was it, lap 10? 9 maybe? Already quite worn out. However, if we just jump ahead, Fudo is still comfortably in the lead enough. I mean, he's got Bird and Reveille in his mirrors, but not enough to worry him at the moment. Just needs to concentrate on what's going on in front of him. And lap 7 was it, Reveille? There we go. So yeah, I suppose those mediums will be looking a little bit tired now. You've done, well, 7 laps on them, but still managing to keep a really good pace with a a 21.059. Absolutely rapid for the feature race. Fastest lap. But I really do just have to compliment Fudo here for doing such a good job with his strategy and just his racing. Struggled quite a bit in previous races, but just having all the composure and a commanding race right from the get-go for him. So this has been brilliant. So we'll just drop back and see if Reveille can make anything of a move on Bird. We'll look out for at least one little tap. Hey Mike, you were doing good as well, you just had some bad luck. So we might see, as we come down this fast sweeping section, will Reveille look to have a little dive on the inside to the chicane. Elbert's getting a little bit squirrely. Sticks to the racing line. Reveille thinks better of it this time round. All three of them getting a pretty good exit out of the chicane. That helmet, man. Looks ridiculous, but it's hilarious. So Falcon in the background of that shot, all by himself, which I'm sure he'll take. Good points haul for the Lamborghini team in the constructors. Then we've got HK in 5th now, but with a penalty to serve. Unimo is up into 6th. I think he was in 8th last time we saw him, so he's done well. I think there might have been a couple of pit stops that happened a lap or two ago, so he's managed to get positions on that. Munkin going for a super wide line through that, but he is closing in rapidly on Unimo. But will it actually be enough? With that wide line, might have compromised his exit. Doesn't get close enough as he comes into this one. Will Unimo make it through this corner cleanly this time? He does. So that's good, solid driving from Unimo on a pretty new set of mediums, but Munkin on the softs will desperately be trying to get ahead of him now. He's only got a few laps left before the end of the race, and maybe only a couple of laps of usable tyre. Drifting a little bit. Oh, and Unimo's gone way too wide. It's such a tricky corner sometimes. So gifts Munkin that position, who's now up 10 places from where he started at the beginning of this race. And I'm sure if you'd have offered him that at the beginning of the race, he'd have taken it all day long. HK is going to serve his penalty. I don't think Munkin's close enough to have to worry about. Behind him, Falcon coming up to the start-finish line now, as Reveille has really dropped off the back of Bird. Not too sure what happened, so that was maybe the contact that we were talking about beforehand. So we'll just drop back a lap quickly just to see what happened. And we'll jump forward towards the chicane at the end of the lap. So here we go, past the penalty line, comes down. All three of these guys now fighting for, well, the winning position really. Oh, and that has gone really bad for Reveille. Is he going to get a reset? There it goes. So we'll just watch that one more time. So Reveille goes for a move on the outside as we come into the braking zone. Looks like he gets a little bit of a nudge from Bird as well, but he's on the grass, so he's definitely not going to stop it. Spins around and collects the side of Fudo ahead of him. Well, we'll have to wait and see what comes of that one. If that was submitted to the stewards, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. But Fudo will be desperately trying to keep Bird behind him. The pair of them on the same compound, but Fudo does have better tyres. No submission for that one. Alright. Well, fair enough. If you can talk about it with the other driver, maybe in a DM or in the chat, and you can agree it, then fair enough. Saves them a bit of work, doesn't it? So Reveille a little bit further behind now. Falcon closing up that gap a little bit. That's the tyre difference. So it is a threat from Falcon because his tyres are much better. And then we've got HK still doing a great job in 5th for Team Renault. Munken closely following though, with another couple of laps to go. We might see a move happen before the end of the race. If he can close that gap and make the most of what's left of his softs, he's going to be pretty close. Unio managing to do a lap without a penalty. Although, is this going to be a commentator's curse and give him one now? Runs a little bit wide through that corner, but just about keeps it on the white line. Inorganics in 8th place. Gum is in 9th place. Push is down in 10th. Lordans is in 11th. Benke's up to 12th again now. Mike's got another penalty in 13th. Boyan's in 14th. His softs looking pretty worn out now as well. Banana also on the softs. They're looking like they're going to be a handful moving forward, and Boulder's all the way down in 16th, so not too sure what happened to him, but he is not making a good one of Spa. It's a funny one. Everybody loves Spa. They love the race. It's a great track. People feel like they're competitive at it, but man, it can be savage for penalties, for getting a corner wrong and spitting you out, and you just lose so much time. You've got to be on your absolute A game to do well out of this track. Speaking of which, there is a man on his A game with a substantial gap again to Bird behind him, who has also got a penalty, and Reveille is closing that gap pretty quick again to Bird. Still got plenty of usable life out of the medium tyres. Fairly even wear as well between all 4 corners. You can see how much he's closing in every corner. Munken has also managed to get the fastest lap now, a 2:20.7. That is rapid. That'll be on his soft tyres, so at least 1 extra point for him, which will help save his championship hopes a little bit. Falcon down in 4th place, nobody around him, which is quite comfortable really. Munken behind, he's managed to make his way past HK. That was an essential move for him to do, so that's pretty much where he's going to finish now, which is a fantastic result considering where he started, and a good lot of points. I'm sure he'll be screwing from his sprint race, but at least he's got some kind of consolation prize for the feature. Right, so here we go. Is this the slow chicane? I'm not too sure. Maybe not this lap. But now, oh, we've just seen Rivalit's managed to get past, so when did that happen? Oh, I think this is at the penalty line. It's just an easy overtake. So, Bird goes out wide, hoping to keep the inside line, but Revalit's already made it past. So it looks like there might only be maybe a second and a half or 2 seconds to Fudo ahead of him. Is Revelit going to be able to catch and make it a double win? Jump up to see him now, see if he can make this move. The medium tyres are looking pretty spent. Fudo's got loads of grip left, but he is low on fuel. Although he's got more fuel than Revelit, so Revelit's going to have to do a little bit of fuel saving here, potentially. Just going to jump out real quick to see what's happening with everybody else, if there's any other battles going. Looks like the field is quite spread out. Oh, his Gums managed to go all over the shop there. So what happened? What was that? So Pusher manages to get past Gum. I think that was probably from a penalty, so let's just... No, is that not a penalty? Oh, Pusher gets contact to Gum, coming through, Hatton's back, dirty tyres. Or is that Gum? It might have been... Gum feels like he's at fault, so he's indicating to Pusher to take him over on the left hand side, gives that position to him. Good sportsmanship, and then they've both been off recently, so still have dirty tyres as Lord Hands goes, oh, and it goes for the diver. Wow, that was something different. Doing a little bit of stunt driving really. Let's just see what happens. So lets Lord's Hands through, really. Brakes late, just realises he's not going to make it. Goes for a avoiding action, and then gets reset as well. So that's what will be a disappointing end for Gunn. And Benke is right behind as well, and will be desperate to close that gap as much as he can. Mike's still in 13th, with Boyan comfortably behind in 14th, Boulder's in 15th, and at some point Banana's binned it as well to get himself back down to 16th, but look how worn out his softs are. They are absolutely spent. Fudo still in first place, managing to hold Revelit behind him. So this is great racing from Fudo. Absolutely stellar drive all the way from the beginning of the feature race. 40 odd minutes of racing perfection from him. He couldn't have done a better job. But Revelit with just a smidgen of fuel left. Don't think we're going to see anything happen. He's still revving it out though in 5th gear. He's got to be out of fuel. He's got to be out of fuel now. As they come across the finish line, Fudo has a little celebration, and that's it. Revelit was out of fuel. Oh, but not enough for El Bird to make advantage of. So Fudo gets first, Revelit gets second, Bird gets third, and it looks like Falcon might have run out of fuel as well. What's happened here? He's not even on the... Is he doing a team decision? He is. He has sacrificed his 4th place to help Munken get some points back. I am impressed and surprised. So Munken gets 4th, Falcon gets 5th, Unimo gets 6th place, which is a pretty good result for him for the race he's had. HK gets 7th, Inorganic is in 8th place, Pusher comes across the line in 9th, Lord Hands finishes in 10th with Bottas. Hey, you're a team player. Benke now recovers back up to 11th after a really shocking race. Really for him, I'm sure he'd be happy to write this one off. Mike is in 13th, but gives the position to Gum, who also runs out of fuel into 12th. Boulder comes down to the final couple of corners in 14th place. Cleanly through the chicane and comes across the finish line, and now we've just got Banana in 15th place with 2 completely dead front tyres, absolutely nothing. So let's just see if he manages to make the corners. Slow and steady, nothing too desperate. Gets it straight and puts the power down. So probably not the best strategy for Banana, but getting it across the line anyway. And Boyan has probably even worse tyres. So next to nothing on the fronts and at least nothing on one of the rears. Opting to just poodle home to get it across the line. So we'll help him along just to get towards him. Oh, and didn't quite make it, but there we go. So that was a fantastic race from Tier 6. And whilst we've got, we'll just run through. So there was some fantastic results. I think that's the maiden victory for Fudo for the feature race. So well done. Congratulations to him. Maximum points, or nearly maximum points. So 25 points for the feature race for him. So moving through the rankings now, Revelit manages to take the pole position, first place of the championship from Munken, with a brilliant set of results really. First place in the sprint, second place for the feature. So brilliant result for him. Now leading with 179 points, so 19 points behind him now is Munken, still having a really good result from the feature, not so much from the sprint. So 16th and 4th place for him, so he's at 160 points. Then we've got a fairly big gap again to Inorganic, who middle of the road sort of performance, might not be so happy with it, but still getting a good decent amount of points. So he's got 116 points in 3rd. Then we're with Pusher in 4th place, not far behind at all, only 2 points separating him in Inorganic with 114. Then behind in 5th place we've got Bird with 103 points. Unimo, fantastic drive from him, getting 6th place in the championship with 97 points, only 5 points or 6 points behind. Then only a few points behind is HK with 94, and again only a few more points behind him is Gum in 8th place with 89. Again another only few points again from that is Benke in 9th place with 86, and just 1 point behind is his teammate Boulder in 10th place with 85 points. Then the final stand-ins for everybody else is Lord Hands is in 11th place, Falcons in 12th, Fudo after a brilliant race yet again in 13th place, and Boyan gets into 15th place from this race. Mike's in 17th, and I think that's it for the full-time drivers. So brilliant race from everybody. Great race to watch and to do comms for. Really enjoyed that one. We've got Kyoto, Yamagiwa and Miyabi next week, and my goodness, is it going to be a tyre shredder? Get your practice in, lads, because you're going to need it. It's super difficult. It's about the same sort of time length as Spa as well, so super long track, and yeah, all sorts can happen with the tyre management on that one. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been Bluebeard, and thanks very much for watching Aero League Racing.